Yeah, this is session 8, right? Yeah. Dungeons 08. All right, we have commenced with audio recording, and it begins shortly. I guess I should play the proper intro. Let's do that. Okay, here we go. Thanks everybody for being here. Thank you, chat room, for your patience. Don't worry, I'll turn Carter up if she's quiet. Don't worry, I got that.
Am I quiet?
Well, you're fine. You're just normal quiet. I'll turn you up here though. I have volume control on you. So I'm going to do it right now, actually. There you go.
He's got actually one of those remotes from Click. He just pointed right at you to turn you up.
Oh, listen, I am a good parent and protected my children from seeing something as dumb as Click. So.
Oh, I saw Click. What are you talking about?
You seen Click?
Oh,
parenting error. Oh,
when you find out your kids are going behind your back to watch Adam Sandler movies.
No kidding. I feel terrible now. All right, here it is. Begins in 3, 2. Oh, sorry. Before we go, Bo, do we want to introduce the fact that we have guests at first? Do you want to do your recap first?
You should do it. Yeah. Just like an intro of any other show, and then you can hand it to me for the previously on there.
Okay. I just want to make sure I didn't want to screw that up. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Greetings, fellow adventurers, and welcome to Session 8 of There Will Be Dungeons, a D&D 5th edition campaign set in a post-apocalyptic world designed by Bo Schwartz, our fantastic DM. Now, as we said in the previous episode of the show, Varel and Hope aren't here. That is to say, Kyle and Kristen. Their characters are well cared for in the story. They'll be fine, but they're gone for a couple of weeks, doing a little vacation-y thing, spending time with a grandma or something like that, which is good. Real life stuff. It's important stuff. So that's what they're doing this weekend. And as a result, we have had to fill their shoes the best we can with feet that sort of fit their size. Okay? That's how I'm going to use. That's my metaphor for this. So I'd like to introduce the following people. First of all, John Jagger's here again, as always, as Stanley. John, hi.
Hello.
It's me as Nash. Scott Johnson, hi, everybody. Bo Schwartz, our DM. Hi, Bo.
Hello.
Oh, hi. Oh, yeah. He's all ready to do his recap, so I'm not going to bug him too much. He's in character. He's like a method actor. Filling the shoes of Hope this week, we have a brand new character in the role of Eddie. It's Carter Johnson, my daughter. Hi, Carter.
Hi there.
Hi. Running her own campaigns at work and at home. A big D&D nerd. Mostly not because I pushed her into it. I've been away from D&D so long. Carter just kind of did it on her own. So. Trying not to have too much of a proud papa moment here. She can take care of herself, trust me. So thanks, Carter, for being here. Welcome.
No problem. Thank you.
Ben Bumhofer. That's a real last name, first of all. Second of all, we love Ben, a longtime member of the community and a good pal, and brought forward by John's probing. Should I probably not say probe? Anyway, Ben, it's good to have you here.
Thanks, Scott.
Thanks. It's a good question. Is it really a thanks or not? His character is named Chance, and you'll learn all about these new characters today and next week as Bo carries us through yet another fantastic session of There Will Be Dungeons. All right, I think that's all the introductions I wanted to make. One final thing. I got a message from a watcher listener of the show, and I wanted to share that real quick. If you guys are all amenable to this, you guys want to hear this?
Yes, please
okay?
do.
All right. Got this message from Jeff is his name. And Jeff says the following things to all of us. And he says it in a way that's meaningful and nice. He says, sorry, I'm stalling for time. There it is. TWBD is absolutely fantastic. Please keep it up. I just finished session 7 and await next week's Sand-filled episode. Your group's ability to translate D&D for both the beginner and the experienced is unparalleled. And it is a fantastic way to introduce others to the game. I recommend your podcast to our DM to get a solid understanding of what great role-playing and DMing should look like. I kind of feel bad for his DM.
Yeah, therefore not this campaign. Listen to it and come back, and then we'll play.
So he says, a huge shout-out to Bo, who really is brilliant at his job, a perfect blend of storytelling and mechanics. Even his dwarven occasionally defaults to Mario. Please, 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 more TWBD. That again from Jeff S. Thank you, Jeff, for sending that in. And I think we'll do this once in a while, just showcase a little feedback. let you guys know we're listening to you, and we really appreciate it. I don't even have negative feedback to share. I just don't have any. You guys haven't sent us any. If you hate the show, you're sure not telling us. So it appears we've got a nice little success on our hands, and you guys like us. You like us. You really like us. Anyway, so we're now going to move on and tell you what happened previously on There Will Be Dungeons. And for that, I hand the keys to Bo. Bo, take it away.
Previously on There Will Be Dungeons. Our heroes Hope, Nash, Vorel, and Stanley set out to rescue the kidnapped Dusthillians from the Goblin Warband. In the process of doing that, they encountered a naked old man who was crazy. And they had a hard time dealing with him. Really, nobody wanted him in the RV, in Fate 4, the legendary RV of Hope's design. But Hope insisted on saving the old man. One fateful night, while they were watching for danger, 3 lights appeared in the distance, and the old man went crazy and yelled, "The lights! The lights!" and ran off into the darkness. It turns out the lights belong to these giant beetles who roam the sands at night, and the party elected to simply watch them and not attack them. The beetles passed without incident, and the old man, thought to be lost forever, was in fact found by Bok Bok, Vorel's intrepid goblin sidekick, who beat the old man up and brought him back and petted his hair and said, "Fresh, fresh." After this encounter, they continued on, and eventually on the horizon, they saw the warband. And rather awkwardly, they didn't sneak, they just drove right at them, and the warband sent a school bus, or a city bus rather, with a catapult on it and 2 pickup trucks. After a briefer encounter than I, the DM, thought it would be, they destroyed the bus and the 2 vans and engaged in primal combat and wiped out all of the goblins attacking them. But the Fate 4 suffered overheating and is now stranded. While Hope was conducting repairs, Nash saw an antenna out in the middle of the desert and thought to investigate. As he got close to the antenna, his mind lit a flame and the earth sucked him in to the ground. Stanley, curious about what happened, came to the antenna and also fell into the ground. And that's where we are. Okay, now that everyone's here, I'd like everyone to take off their headsets for maybe 5-10 minutes, except for Scott.
Oh, just me? Holy shit.
Just
all right.
Scott.
All right. Now I'm scared. Oh, wait. Big finish here. There you go. Just had to give us our big finish.
Okay. So, Scott, your last vision was the world lighting aflame. Your body's on fire. You're in an incredible amount of pain. The earth was sucking you up, but there was little you could do, being how incapacitated you were. You could barely move.
All right.
Then you lose consciousness, and then your eyes open again, and you see blood like rushing all around your vision.
Okay.
You see flames coming from all different sides. Everywhere you look, your eyes are hot, and it's almost like you're looking at the sun everywhere. And you hear a voice, "Nash, why do you elude me? Come back."
And I think this is the voice I heard before. And so,
come back.
And I say, "Well, how can I come back? I don't even know where I am. I'm falling."
You know where you must return to. The Solar Mines.
The Solar Mines.
Come back to us.
No.
We will make you powerful.
I can't go back there. Not yet. I only can go when I can exact revenge.
Put aside your feelings of revenge and take power that we offer you.
Oh my gosh.
And then the vision starts to swirl and go crazy, and you see a man getting hacked to pieces by these other men in cloaks, and you can't see their faces, and it's just some part of the solar mine that you remember, and these lopping legs off and heads off and just being quartered into pieces. And eventually that gives away to another voice.
All right.
Hello. And all of a sudden, the blood fades away, and you just see like this humanoid being, but it's shaped in light. You can't actually see details or face. It's just shaped in light. Hello, help me! You must help me!
Oh my gosh! Who are you? He says.
I am a prisoner here for thousands of years, and you must release me.
I don't even know where I am. I need more info.
You are where you need to be. Just follow the light.
Follow the light.
And then whoosh, the humanoid figure explodes, and it's just nothing but white and light blue in your vision. All right, let's get everyone back in here.
So everybody come back in. Tell them how do we tell them to come in? I can type it. Come on in. There.
There we go. That's the universal sign. I did it.
Nice. Everyone
All right, welcome back, everyone.
All right.
Okay, so we're going to pick up Chance and Eddie. These are two gnomes that have had a hard time of late. And they find themselves trapped in the underground cavern. And we've already established this prior to the show, but they're in this area right now. So as Chance and Eddie, as you're in here, in this room, the ground opens up above you, and this man in a robe is billowing smoke, and he falls from the ceiling and hits the ground, poof, unconscious. And then a few moments later, you see a second figure, this one not on fire, fall from the ground, poof, and hit the ground. Now it's a soft sand landing, and you're not like falling, so you're not going to take fall damage. But Stanley, finally, as you feel like you've been falling through sand forever, feel like you've been suffocating, eventually the ground opens up into this dark space of blackness, and you hit the ground.
Do I cushion his landing, my supple body, or no?
You guys don't land in the same spot.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just trying to think. I just want to know how uncomfortable the next 5 minutes is going to be, or not.
Now, Stanley, you don't get up quite yet, but you hit the ground. When you take a quick look at your surroundings, and you see a large room. It's cavernous. It's sand on three sides of the wall. The far side behind you is like a cave. It looks like a slide of sand. And then there's sand walls, and then there's a fourth wall that's all white and brown and looks metallic, but like not metal, but like almost a ceramic kind of white metal.
Jet Nash says to you,
Lash is unconscious.
Oh, okay. If he was there, he'd say, maybe we can break the fourth wall. I just had to get that joke in, see?
Okay. And then camped out near the side, you see two gnomes sort of sitting next to one another, staring at you in shock.
Nash! Nash, where are you?
By the way, Nash, you have 0 hit points. You're unconscious.
Oh, shit!
Is he, like, buried under the sand, or can I see him?
No, he's fallen down in a lump of a human being on the ground right now.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know I took that. I'm at 0? Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna rush on over and cast Cure Wounds on good old Nash. As soon as I can find out how to do that. There we go.
Let's see, he rolls 0 heal points, then you're still unconscious.
Okay.
You get 8 hit points.
8 hit points back. Alright. I'm now 8 of 18. I'm missing 10 hit points because I was already down to 13 from yesterday's tomfoolery, or last week's.
Nash, wake up. Wake up, you idiot.
It wasn't me. It wasn't your daughter anyways. Oh, what? Oh, Stanley. Sorry, as a dream I was having.
Well, you lit on fire again.
I know. Look, this is 2 times now. No one was hurt this time. Tell me. No one.
Get ready. We're not alone.
What?
So I'm going to stand up and start walking towards them saying, Eddie, look, we have guests. Welcome, welcome.
I'm going to say, oh, finally. I've been trapped here with this idiot for so long.
I thought she was gonna drop an F-bomb. Honestly, I heard.
This is an F-bomb friendly show.
I know, but I just thought, oh, here we go. My daughter's gonna drop an F-bomb right here on this show. Anyway,
this isn't your daughter, Carter. This is Eddie.
It's Eddie, right? I'm getting into character here. He's a male gnome. Gotta get this straight. All right.
Okay, as is gnomish custom, we must feast. You brought the food, didn't you?
Me?
No, not you. Them. I kind of, nudge you in the ribs. It's like food.
So who,
well,
Stanley?
Hello there. My name is Stanley Billings, and no, as a matter of fact, I did not bring food. Unless, of course, you're referring to us, in which case I must warn you, we will not let you attack us.
Oh, eat people bad. I wouldn't do that.
It sounds like Yoda. I'm sorry.
I don't think we can trust these guys, I say, under my labored breath of 8 points.
He has a history with gnomes.
Come in.
All right. So I feel like, can I get up, Bo? Am I in any kind of shape for that?
Oh, sure. Yep, you've been healed, so you're fully mobile.
All right. I walk over to these two.
Mm-hmm.
They're short, right? You guys are little. Nash walks over. Nash is pretty tall. He's not as tall as Varel, who seems to be missing. We'll get to that in a minute. But I walk over, towering over you guys. I kind of stand up straight, give my full posture there. I'm like the new orcs in World of Warcraft. I now can be upright. And I tower over you and I go, where are we?
Here.
Where in the hell is here?
Listen, buddy, it doesn't matter where here is. You're here now, and do you have food?
Stanley, I don't have any food. Can you prestidigitate some damn food? Do something.
You don't have
That's
food?
not how prestidigitation works. I do not prestidigitate food. When did I ever prestidigitate food for you, Nash?
I got like 2 Tic Tacs and some lint. That's it. that's not going to be enough.
A point of like actual information. There's still only a quarterstaff and like a bedroll.
I know. Wait, I picked up a dagger.
Actually has nothing.
I have a dagger from our me and Hope's little jaunt. So I picked up a dagger. That should show in my inventory. If it doesn't, I don't know why it doesn't.
No, it isn't in there.
All right, I'll make sure it gets in there. But anyway, yes, I have a dagger with me. But you're right. I'm precious little.
Now,
yeah.
First of all, let's all just bring it down a little bit. As I said, my name is Stanley Billings. Might I inquire who you two fine gentlemen?
Speak quickly.
I stick out my hand in like a very friendly way, and I say, Edison Manchester III. This accent's going to change a lot, just so everyone knows.
Hey, we're used to that. Yeah, it's not a problem.
You can call me Eddie.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Eddie. And I shake his hand.
I stick my hand out and say, hi, my name's Chance. Nice to meet you.
And Chance, you said?
Yes. Can I stop speaking fast now?
Yeah, listen, I didn't mean it literally. I meant just get to the damn point. I didn't mean talk like a spaz.
Oh. Okay.
Now, how did you two get down here?
Well, we saw the metal tree up above. It was really neat. I started touching it and playing with it, and then it kind of fell down.
Metal tree.
He's talking about the antenna.
He doesn't know
metal tree.
Metal tree. Snake.
Otacon, there's some sort of metal tree.
Metal tree. I'm gonna say it's not a tree, you idiot. It's some kind of antenna. It's a communications device or something. I don't know what it was in the originally, but I'm pretty sure that's what that is. And I've seen some things since I was up there. And we need to hurry and make some decisions because we're in a hole here. This is bad.
Yeah, we are in a hole. Once again, thanks to you lighting on fire, which I want to point out you told us was not going to be a problem and seems to have, within a week, become a problem once again. But back to that in a moment. How long have you two been down here?
We've been down here for like a week. I'm going crazy with this guy.
I'm already crazy.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, a week, and you don't have any food.
Well, we
Do you?
did.
Wait a minute. Where is it then? When you say you did, you're done? Why would you adventure down in a place like this and not have enough provisions?
Didn't
Says the
think we'd
man
be
with
out
no
this
rations.
Says the guy with nothing but a bedroll. You know, who can only nibble on his tumors if he gets hungry.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh,
I didn't consider that.
Look, it's part of my thing. But all right, so I look at Stanley, kind of sideways glance, and then back to him, and I say, Stanley, do you have any? I mean, if they're hungry, maybe we'll get further down the road if we feed them.
of course I have food, but we're also in a giant hole, Nash, and I'm not anxious to give away all our rations to two gnomes I don't know, who just randomly showed up and have spent a week sitting in one room.
you know us. I'm Chance. This is Eddie.
We got-
I'm gonna get a little bit closer and be like, look, you look like a smart guy. Maybe we could make a deal.
All right, what are you thinking?
Well, I got lots of stuff I got a lot of wares. And I'm willing to make a trade.
All right, what have you got?
Let's see here. The accent's changing mid-sentence.
yeah, and we're used to it. It's something we do here. That's why I pick no accent. I go full Batman, and it never changes.
I got like a lot of gold and a couple watches. You know, I sell watches, and you look like you could use a watch.
Well, I can't say I have much use for a watch, but if you were wanting to part with some gold, maybe I could go ahead and spare a ration for the two of you.
You drive a hard bargain, but let's talk about it. What would you give the food for us?
I would be willing to part with a ration for 10 gold.
What? You trying to kid me here?
I'm selling you life. Are you really going to say that that's overpriced for your life?
I'm just saying you can't use 10 gold. You don't deserve my gold.
Well, then I guess I'll be holding on to my rations, won't I?
Listen, fella, we both gotta eat. And if I gotta eat something, I may as well eat you.
You're
I
certainly
look
welcome.
aghast.
Wow. How do you intend to do that? I
One
say,
bite at a time.
I'm looming over Chance, and I'm gonna say, really, and I don't mean any pun here. What chance do you have against us?
Ooh, a good one.
Nash, now,
Stanley, these two are horseshit. We got to keep moving. What are we doing here? It's terrible.
now look. They have been stuck in, I'm presuming, this same room for that full week. Would that be correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, two of them have made, we'll say, zero progress on getting out of this place. Before we go stabbing each other, maybe we can see if the four of us can find a way out of here. I don't mean to alarm you or anything, Nash, but we are on a bit of a time crunch.
I should have bought a watch then from the little midget. All right.
We prefer gnome.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
no,
gonna get emails about that. All right, so here's the thing I say. Stanley, you're forgetting an important thing here. I don't see the lizard, and I don't see the girl. What happened to Varel and Hope?
Well, if we're lucky, they aren't going to be coming down here. Look, the reality is this. I'm annoyed that we have fallen down this distraction. We have 25 of our people that are dying with every passing minute that we waste. So hopefully Varel and Hope are taking care of that and not getting themselves trapped down here with us.
Do we not have any way to communicate with them? There's no way to take out your little horn there or any of that? We're screwed, right? There's no communication with Varel or Hope.
I mean, we just fell through what feels like an eternity in sand, and sound does not travel particularly well through it.
In that case, I agree with you, but you should know this. I heard a voice this time. 2, in fact.
Was it me?
No.
Was it him?
No. It was neither of you. And I'm going to kick you across this cave if you guys keep talking, I swear.
I take a step back.
Yeah. I'm playing as much intimidation card as I can on this. All right, so I say, I heard voices. Now, the first one I just thought was a repeat of what I heard before. And I didn't think much of it. It was just kind of part of my bad dream. And I can't control this. Remember this, Stanley. I can't control it. It just happened to me. These 2 times happened without my control. So I understand if you hate this and you think it sucks that I can't control my own burn. But I can't.
No, you know what part I think sucks, Nash? If you want to get right down to it, what I think sucks is that you have been nothing but a liability to this team since you joined it. You knocked out the lizard with a reckless use of your magic, and granted I haven't shown the most restraint when I attacked a demon, but when I woke up, Vorel was on fire, Nash, and who caused that fire? It was you again. You're bursting into flames all over the place, telling people, oh, don't worry about it. And right now, the citizens of Dust Hill are being eaten by goblins because you had to go investigate an antenna and lit yourself on fire all over again. And if you want to know why I'm really upset at you, is that for some reason, I've decided to follow your lame ass down this hole instead of going after what should have been 25 other people. I'm annoyed at myself. But please, go on and tell me about the voices in your head.
Why don't you go ahead and tell me how you really feel?
Yeah, don't blame him. He's just really horny. He turned Talia down before going down.
All right, I'm gonna say I understand all of that, and you have reasons to be angry. I don't take that from you, but you need to know about the second voice.
All right, what did the second voice say?
The second voice was not like the first. The first sounds like someone who wants to get me and kill me and ruin me. And I don't know who it is yet. But the second voice is someone who needs to be rescued. And I don't know if that means in here. I don't know if that means someplace else. All I know is someone's asking for our help. And you at least should know that before we get out of here. If we decide to be selfish and leave without helping this voice, I don't know what that means. I may burn brighter next time because, like I said, I can't control this.
This part of the conversation, Stanley, reminds you that you were talking to a tree on the CB radio.
Well, it's funny that you should mention that, because part of the reason we even knew to come and investigate is over the radio we started hearing a voice calling for help. Now that voice told us that it had you. That's why we're even here.
Did the voice you hear sound old and kindly?
Well, it said it was a tree, and it seemed a bit confused, and it really didn't offer a whole lot of helpful information.
But was it
was like getting blood from a stone to even find out what it was talking about.
There's tale of an ancient thing that man would entertain themselves with back in the old times, before the great calamity. It was called Diablo. And in that game, they called it, there was a character named Deckard Cain. Was it like his voice?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Nash. Every time you open your mouth, a mystery comes rolling right out of it.
All right, look, I feel like the voice is important, and we can't ignore it. If you believe what you heard and I believe what I heard, we're down here for a reason. It's not just to hang out with these two idiots.
Who've been staring at you this entire time as you've been fighting back and forth. I don't think they're gonna help us.
We are the most complicated of the characters at the moment.
You're a little late to the party. There's a bit of history that you missed. I'm sorry that you're being a part of this. But
okay.
We need to find a way out of here.
I agree. I think if we work together, we can figure a way out of this place.
Well, let's get started. What have you tried?
Climbing. Didn't work.
What did you climb? Climb what?
The walls.
The sand?
Didn't work.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
No.
This is a shocker.
I've punched several walls. That didn't work either.
I hate gnomes.
I tried kicking them too. Also didn't work. That big metal ceramic-y thing over there, too heavy for us to do anything with.
Do either of you bear any magic?
No.
What's a bear?
I could bear magic if, you know, you had something to trade for it.
It's a real hard bargain, gnome over here.
Well, I don't think we're going to make any progress in the sand. So I'm going to go over and investigate the other wall.
Which one? The one that's the white
The
one?
ceramic
fourth wall?
metal wall. The fourth wall.
The fourth wall.
Yeah, the ceramic part. It's not made of ceramic. It's just to describe that it has like the reflective surface of that reminds you of ceramic.
Okay, as Stanley goes over there, I'm gonna walk with him and say, "Your bumpy friend looks like he was stung by a bunch of like sand wasps. Is he okay?"
Well, I mean, he's not healthy.
Oh, I can tell that.
I'm standing right here.
Well, it's true. You're not. Are you going to strongly make a case that you're in the prime shape of your life?
Listen, these haven't killed me yet. In fact, I'm pretty sure they're fueling something in me, and I don't know what it is, but my complexion is none of your concern.
Okay.
I mean, he's like that all the time.
Must be horrible.
All right. I would like to do a perception check on the wall, see what I can see.
Okay, so perception. Okay.
13.
Okay, so you take in the wall, you have a look, and you see that they're basically made of about 10 by 8 panels, and there seems to be sort of a crack where there's some kind of a stucco type thing between them, so that it looks like paneling all across the way. Now the wall itself rises about 50 feet up before it's into the ground again, as well as there's about 100 feet either way where the wall is exposed out, and then the cavern, like the sand wall, starts. Nothing in particular jumps out at you except that the panels would appear to be potentially removable.
Can I do an arcana check? Arcane check, or however you say it?
Sure, but tell me specifically what you're doing.
I just want to know if there's anything magical about the wall, like anything.
Okay, you just want to sense anything?
Yeah,
sure.
Just given I have bonuses for that. It's probably going to be nothing here, but let's try it. All right, 20, not natural.
Okay, so you walk up to the wall and put your hand on it and sort of close your eyes and search with your feelings. Yeah, but no, that's how it works. You know, you don't see magic with your eyes. You're feeling sort of on a different plane of existence what might be present, and the sensation. You feel a very strong power, but almost muted. So if someone was yelling, but then you threw them in a room, you would hear it. That's the way the magic feels. Like beyond the wall, there is a strong presence. Magical energies.
All right, my eye gets a little warm, and I turn to Stanley and say, "Stanley, there's something behind here."
Well, I think this is mostly the way we're going to have to go. I can't imagine making any progress on the sand. I'm going to try and pull one of the panels back, pull on it, and see if it moves at all.
Okay, just with your hands?
Yeah.
Okay, roll a strength check, please. No, just a strength check. It's not a skill.
A 1.
Oh,
Can I
Okay.
try and help him?
But too late. He's already started. So
Okay.
you put your fingers in. You try and wedge them in. It's really awkward. You get a really awkward grasp. You pull and you slide it, and you get basically like this large paper cut on the tip of all of your fingers. You're just like It's extremely uncomfortable. Doesn't cause any hit points worth of damage, but you're bleeding essentially from your fingers right now.
damn. Stanley, let me do it. So I want to try it.
Be my guest. This isn't what I was put on this earth to do.
All right. Me either, but I'm going to give it a shot.
Can I attempt to help him?
Yes. So
Yeah.
Okay.
you can either both roll or you can give him advantage.
Chance, come here. Let's do. I don't know, Ben. What do you want to do?
No, you both roll. You both
We
put your
both
fingers
roll?
on it.
Okay.
Yeah, you
All
both
right.
roll.
So this is a
Let's do
strength
that.
check, you say?
Just strength. 1d20.
All right.
14 for me.
Hold on. Where's my strength? I don't have any bonus, so 19.
Okay. So you guys both Chance, you're a little bit lower, so you're able to both grab a piece of the wall together. I just see a. Okay, I gotta see it.
I see that you have a dice.
And then you pull back and you sort of bend back the metal a bit. All right, so you don't take the whole thing off the wall; it just sort of bends open, almost like a flap, like half of a cooler or something. You pull it back, and it makes a noise like that. It's like, and as you look in, you see just a lot of like fiberglass kind of material, but old and rotted. You see a lot of wires.
Ooh.
Wires everywhere.
Can I try to sneak in there? Is it big enough for me to slide through?
There's no place to move in. It's still filled. Like you've taken off the cover and it's still a wall, but there's fiberglass and wiring in there, as well as you see a metal struts sort of
Okay.
every 3 feet.
What kind of check can I do to kind of see if I can understand what the wiring would do, or like maybe find some sort of way to hotwire it to open something?
I mean, so we have some custom skill checks in here, like piloting,
Okay.
vehicle skills, and vehicle engineering. But we didn't talk about that you had abilities with vehicles, I think, necessarily.
Yeah, well, not exactly vehicles, but I've got my tinkering kit and can do like small machinery and stuff.
Okay, so that's it's usually rule of thumb for me is wisdom for repair, intelligence for engineering, so design.
Okay.
Design.
So
and knowledge.
wisdom?
Yeah, so if you're looking, well, no, this would be intelligence because you're looking for if you
Okay.
understand it or not. So this is knowledge.
Okay.
So are you proficient? Like, do you have proficiencies in relation to this?
Well, I've got the Tinkerer's kit, which gives me +2 to my proficiency, or I get to use my proficiency bonus on like
Tinkering
mechanical
with
tech.
machinery?
Yeah.
Okay, then let's add the proficiency bonus as
Okay.
well as your intelligence.
In that case, I get a 12.
Okay. So you have a look. You take a fistful of wires, and they're all different colors of the rainbow, different shapes and sizes, and you got nothing. As
I
to what
found
they, like,
wires.
as to what they're for and what they do, you don't know. You imagine some of them are probably for lighting systems, maybe heating systems, maybe engineering control. Like it's
Okay.
your guess is as good as any. But given that it's a wall, it's probably wiring related to structural needs.
Okay.
My eye is still throbbing, and I look at Chance and say, "Boy, what is it? What do you got? What is it?
Wires.
Connected to what?
Other wires.
Touch them with your tongue. No, don't.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Oh, okay.
I take it back. That's a bad idea.
I don't
Are we able?
suppose the second voice told you how to get to it, Nash.
He didn't. And I say he, I don't actually know. Is this an it? He, it could be a she with a voice I didn't recognize. I don't know, but he didn't say anything about, well, A, being a tree, and B, how to get out of here or through here or to get to the voice. It was very vague.
I'm gonna shove Chance aside and be like, "Let me try. Let me figure it out."
Okay. And
What are you going to do?
do you want an attack roll for it, or
Whatever
Oh,
you
I
did.
just step aside.
okay?
Yeah. What am I rolling? What?
Oh, you're gonna look at it, or you're
I'm
gonna
gonna
do
look at
something?
it.
on
I'm
it?
gonna see if I can
Okay.
figure it out.
So it'll be an intelligence check. Do you have a tinkerer's kit or anything that would give you proficiency with
let's see here.
mechanics and wiring?
I do not. However, I have an intelligence of my mod is +3.
Okay,
So
so
you just
roll
roll
an
for it?
intelligence.
Yep.
Let's see if you can.
This is a D20, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. 16 plus. Where am I? +3. So
Okay.
19.
So you take a look at the wiring. You push Chance aside, and he sort of steps back willingly, but still you pushed him. He felt it, and you snatch the wiring from him. You start to splay it out over your hand and trying to get a sense of at least you can work backwards and figure out what anything is. Now you do see that there's like a small printed labeling on one of the wires that says operation control on it.
Whoa.
Okay. Chance will remember that.
Is anything on? And actually, I'll ask him, Eddie. Is there anything on in there, or is there any power to anything?
So to be fair, did Chance and Eddie? I don't remember. Do gnomes have dark vision?
I
Yeah.
believe so. Yeah.
So it's possible that. Do you guys have any torches lit? Because you guys all have dark vision except for Nash, who can't see without light. He's human.
Yeah. Plus
I probably wouldn't have if we could see.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So just to set the tone for you, there, Scott, you've been like yelling at people in the blackness. I don't think any torches are lit right now.
Great.
All these magical creatures can see each other, and you just like can't see shit.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
My face.
Continue on. Sorry, I just wanted to know if there was lighting or not.
No, yeah. I don't see any light or anything, but I found this wire, and I'm gonna, I guess, show him, but he can't see.
Yeah, I can't see. I can't see anything. Forget
Oh,
it. Stanley, get in
that's-
here.
I forgot. I apologize, Nash, and I'll go ahead and pull out my lantern and press to digitate a little flame onto it.
Ooh.
There's a circle of light within about 100 feet from your point,
A circle of light.
like illumination.
Okay.
You know,
Any
where you can
sound?
you can start to see walls.
Is any sound coming from the illumination?
Did you program any sound into your prestidigitation, Stanley?
Oh, you mean? I'm sorry. You were talking about that light. I thought.
Yeah,
I thought you meant this illuminated a new light.
No,
that we could all
He
see.
creates a circle
Okay.
of light, and now there's illumination.
Yeah,
within
never
the-
mind.
There was about to be. I could have done it. It would have been fun.
All right, no,
A
you're good.
mysterious sound goes, "This is a light," plays around it.
There's a sound. Got it. It's now.
Ooh.
It's a tiny flame, Scott.
Much
Tiny
bigger,
flame.
much bigger lamp than I thought.
All right, so can we go in there? We should go in there. If we can see now with your lamp.
It's just a little panel. I know you're just now starting to see it, Nash, but there's no room. Not even one of these could fit in there.
Are we able to push
There's
from
no,
the side?
there's no
that-
in there. There's like wall padding and wiring in there.
So there's
Like
no
it's-
crawl space for these little guys to go through or anything like that. It's just
like as if you claw back, you can claw back the fiberglass a bit and see what's there, and so you peel it back a bit and you see that there's more metal. There's a metal backing on the from pulling inside from the struts. There's
okay.
more
Seems like this
wall
is
in there.
maybe just a wall. Where the fourth wall meets the other walls going the other direction, is it just sand there, or is there anything I can see on the edges there?
It's sand. Like you can see the stratas of sand where like different layers are, but it's like it's carved out of sand.
Okay, looking
Sand.
inside the wall, can we see, like, on the other side of the fiberglass and stuff, are there other panels and everything where we could potentially push out the other side?
Right, I understand what you're getting at. You see metal backing, but it doesn't seem, you put some force on it and it doesn't budge.
Okay.
Like a small amount. I mean, I don't know if you want to do anything special with it. That's
I'll kick it.
up to you. Yeah, you kick it. Okay. Roll an attack roll.
All right.
This is the week where 4 people get stuck in a room.
This is like the legend of the fawns.
Oh, that's a 1.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
So you twist your ankle a little bit as you
Oh,
kick it.
can I
You
use my
kick it.
peg leg instead?
Oh, okay. Right. So you twist your peg leg so it's not aligned anymore. So it's
Damn it.
irritating. Like, you make this big kick and you hear a bong, like just echoing in the room behind you from the metallic sound. You give it a good hit, and then you twist your peg leg on your.
I
Thing,
didn't
so
know
it's
he
not
had
quite
a peg
aligned.
leg.
I didn't know he had a
Yeah,
peg
you just
leg
noticed it
either.
now. He just all of a sudden out of nowhere, peg leg comes flying out and kicks the wall. Bong.
I mean, should we do? Can I give the gnomes a one over and give them a chance to describe themselves? I feel like a peg leg is something we should have noticed.
I mean, sure. Let's take a moment and have our characters. So Nash and Stanley, you see the peg leg and go, maybe I haven't seen everything that's going on here.
Well, Nash has seen
Especially
nothing.
Nash, yeah.
Yeah, especially Nash. So starting with you, Eddie, why don't you describe your physical appearance to the other players?
I'm a tiny little gnome. I'm kind of a grayish purple color, my skin. And nothing's that surprising about me. I'm wearing a cloak that's covered in sand and dirt. And at my sides, I have a couple, on my belt, I have a couple little packages of things. And
That's where you keep your wares?
most likely keep my watches and wares. Yeah.
Okay.
Regular looking gnome.
You don't have any peg legs.
Nope.
Chance, what do they see when they physically see you?
Well, every limb is a peg. Just kidding. Anyways, so I'm again little gnome, tan skin. I've got some like long gray hair, long gray beard. My left leg from the knee down is, well, it's a peg leg. Think like kind of springy. Think like Junkrat's leg.
Oh, okay. Kind of got some. It's got some
Yeah.
hardware to it. All right.
Yeah, got some tinkering involved.
Nash
and stuff.
immediately likes you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm into that. I like you more than I did before now because of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, and just wearing robes and stuff.
You're almost like a cyborg when you have a little bit of hardware in there.
You look like my favorite character from an ancient video game I used to play.
Junkrat was his name.
He was Australian, like Hope.
He was great until he did that battle royale mode, and then the game went to shit. Anyway, all right, so that's good to know, actually, just because up till now I haven't really had a good idea of what people look like. I feel like we got to do something with this wall, though. We can't just leave this wall.
I mean, what did the wire I pulled out say? What was the label?
Operation control.
I mean,
I feel like
can you
I want
put
to cut it.
Oh. Well, I mean, if nothing's fired up, if nothing's, maybe it just needs some simple, like, twist a couple of wires together and see if we can get this thing moving, whatever it is. It's like we got. I don't want this to be like the bugs that were in the desert and we just completely missed whatever they were.
What are we standing on at the moment?
Sand.
Just
It's
sand.
dirt ground.
Just dirt. Dirt ground.
Dirt ground.
Dirt ground. It's like a brackish brown.
Do all the panels look the same, or is there any differentiation between them?
No, they look identical.
Okay.
Unless you're doing a further investigation to find a funny looking one. But from the view, they look the same.
I wish.
Sure,
I
I
wish.
will-
Obviously,
them-
they have cracks and imperfections that are different per panel, but
Yeah.
I guess I will investigate to see if any specific panel looks different than the others.
They're a
sure.
little too
So
identical.
roll an investigation check, please.
6.
Okay, so when you look around and you see, they do vary from panel to panel, but their design essentially seems to be the same. Looks like they've seen decades, if not centuries, of use. They look very old. There's rust and evidence of just lack of care. One of them, a panel up above, farther than you can reach, but you do spy, you see like a rectangle-shaped like outline in one of the panels.
Into the metal.
And set into the metal. Yeah.
Okay, can I do I want to do an Arcana check on that thing, on that panel.
Okay, well, you can't reach it to touch it or to look at it right now. It's about 20 feet up.
Oh, all right, way up on the wall.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so lifting a gnome would not be tall enough.
What's your combined height?
Two gnomes.
Yeah, but what if you stack them together and then put them on top of Stanley? And
Yeah,
then
I'm like just over 3 feet tall. I don't think I'm gonna help much.
But if you both got on Stanley and then I poked Stanley real hard with my staff in the butt and surprised him, he might jump, and the top gnome would go wah and get as high as the thing. This is all a bad idea. Don't do what I'm saying. It's a bad idea.
I mean,
mean, your
if
stick
with
has a
three
nail
of
in
us,
it.
we're only getting up about 12 feet.
Well, you're tall, aren't you, Stanley? Taller.
I'm 6'4".
Holy shit, you're 6'4"?
Yeah, he's a tall guy.
So, hold on.
We need to talk to people doing fan art. They always draw you as like the short guy. in
Oh
the
no,
group.
I'm 6'1". I lost a couple.
Still pretty
inches.
tall.
Varel's only got a foot on you. You're pretty tall. But
Yeah.
everyone thinks of you as like 5 feet. I swear. In
That's
all the
because
pictures.
they think of me, and I'm a short guy in real life. But this is fantasy, so I get to be tall.
Hmm.
Yay.
I don't remember what I even am. Like height wise, I don't remember physical characteristics.
Did you decide that? It should be on your character sheet.
Yeah, 6'3". Okay, 6'3". I'm only a couple inches taller than Stanley.
Okay.
That's all.
We got a tall group.
Yeah. By the way, my skin
yeah, but-
color, my skin color is burned and disfigured. That's the color. Yeah, because they didn't have an option for that.
Well, even if all of us stack together, we're not going to be able to reach that thing.
The rectangle you described, is it small or does it take up most of the panel?
It's small. I would say like maybe 6 inches in height, maybe 1.5 feet in width.
Can we tell if the master control wire that Eddie found is going towards that panel at all?
No, not really. The wires, some of them move from up and down. There's a clump there. There's also a clump that moves from left to right in the wall. There's a few other stray wires around.
So I have an odd idea, but I'd like to group approve it, but also ask the DM if this is okay. I say, I've got this. I can throw acid, you guys. What if I threw a ball of acid, a bubble of acid up to that? I could throw 20 feet. Okay, I got a good arm. I was on the baseball team at the Solar Mines. They all liked me there. I was pitcher for a long time. If I throw one up there, it may be enough to jostle loose that outer shell, and we might be able to see what's in there. The problem is I can't, outside of whatever illumination I'm getting out of your thing there, Stanley, I can't see super well, but I'd be willing to try it. So I assume that'd give me disadvantage, but Bo, first tell me if that's even a thing we can do.
What's the range on your acid splash?
It is 60 feet.
Yeah, then you should be able to toss it. No problem.
All right. Is there a disadvantage?
I don't think your acid splash has an attack roll. Now, it'll specify what it targets, so it might not work on objects. You should.
It is
have a
hurl bubble of acid. Choose target within range, or choose 2 creatures within range. Target must be succeed on a dexterity saving throw. Oh, never mind, because you can't do that with a panel.
So this is the kind of magic that will affect living creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, never mind. Bad idea.
I cut the master control wire.
Uh-oh.
Oh, are you?
I think you
Yep,
just.
I just-
really quickly. Is this like a? Okay. Is anyone?
It sounds like you just did
I don't
it.
know that he's doing it. He's a tricky little gnome.
Can you roll a sleight of hand check for me, please?
Yeah, sure.
Just to see if you do it fast enough that
I mean, it's in my
before anyone
hand.
can object.
Is it in your hand?
9.
Yeah,
Carter
I'm
has it in her
holding
it.
hand. Or sorry,
Oh,
Eddie.
Carter has it in her hand, so you see him moving to cut it. Do you do anything?
I'm gonna yank away.
Okay, then
Scary.
dexterity save to or not save, just dexterity modifier to contest.
I have +0.
Right.
I got a
so roll
+2
your
on
d20.
dexterity.
Yeah, so just roll a 20 and give
You've
us
already
some-
rolled.
Oh, okay.
5.
Oh,
Okay, so you go to whip it away, so you won't cut it, but you're too slow.
Oh, good.
and Chance, what do you have a thing that cuts? Sorry. Do you have a-
Well, I figure I still got some tinkering tools out, and I probably have little snipper, like wire cutters or something in there.
Okay, so you can use some of your snippers
Yeah.
from your tinkering tools. There. Okay, you cut it. There's a silence that follows. You wait
I
a
look
moment.
around.
can I do another Arcana check of just the general situation? Because I got the feeling and stuff from behind the wall. I should have more now because the wall's exposed, right?
Okay, well, if you'd like to feel the wall again, you can.
Okay. Because it's exposed now. I just want to see.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me. Okay, there we go. Was mine 5? Oh my gosh, another 15 plus 5, so 20. Not natural though.
Okay, so right, so you take your, why are you showing your dice today?
I don't know why. That's weird. It just feels like a really good roll, and I'm proud of myself. John's have all been like 1s and 2s. So
you put your hand up against the wall and you close your eyes again and search for what it is you feel from behind the wall.
Yeah.
And it's the same feeling that there's a muted magical energy behind the wall that this is a place inside that contains like just strong sources of magical power.
All right. Well, what this confirms for me is, Stanley, we have to somehow it's behind here. Whether we go around or through, we have to go. That I'm feeling it over through here.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. I don't know how to get into this damn room, and I'm gonna kick one of the panels.
As you start arguing, the rectangle up top pops out, and you see there's like this rectangle, and it has an eye, and there's a light that lights up on it, and it goes and it points itself right at you, Nash. This light is just this like glasses lens, and this light is pointing at you, and then it looks over at Stanley, and looks at Eddie, who's speaking but not making noise, and looks over at Chance.
Tuta Mishka Jabba the Hutt.
And the light is sort of looking at you.
Wow. Everyone hold still. Don't do anything. I don't trust this light.
I mean, I feel like this might be our way in.
You hear a disembodied voice ring out. Now, who's out there? Hello? Hello? What are you doing out there? What's going on?
Well, hello.
State
My
your
name
names.
is Stanley Billings. We have made our way out here, and we're stuck.
And who's traveling with you? Who are these?
Well, this hideous boil of a man next to me, his name's Nash. And the two
Okay.
gnomes, we have Chance and Eddie.
Hi.
Okay. Hello. So why is that gnome speaking, but I don't hear a voice coming out of him? Her? Him?
Him. Eddie.
Oh, that's Eddie. Eddie,
Carter, you're muted.
Oh.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I've been trying to subtly hint at it in RP.
I was trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
All right.
No, you're fine.
Okay, so I let me, if I got this correct, we have two humans and two gnomes. What in blazes are you doing down there?
Stanley,
Please leave.
Stanley's he's a dwarf. Look at the ears, dipshit.
what?
He's
I
a
see a
dwarf.
robot.
I mean,
In
sorry.
what world am I a dwarf?
I'm a little. Listen,
Nash.
I've only got 8 hit points. I meant elf. Sorry, my bad. Look at the ears.
Come on, he doesn't speak Italian. It's fine.
He doesn't really match what I would think an elf looks like.
Look,
But anyway,
we fell through
Please
the
be gone.
sand. But we got
Yes,
nowhere
yes,
to
yes.
go. We're stuck in one room. Can we come in?
wait, why are you down here in the first place?
We fell through the sand.
Really? You expect me to believe that?
Well, how else do you think we got here?
I don't know. I don't trust you. I just met you, and you want me to let you into.
We're in a big
Yeah.
room that's nothing but sand and this wall.
Is it? I'm sorry, DM. Is the voice? You said disembodied, meaning like the whole room's just echoing.
The room is filling up with this voice,
and we
from
don't know where
some
it's
unknown
coming
source.
from. There's like no point where we're like, oh, there's a robot over there. Where it's okay. All right.
Yeah, it's echoing in this room, and you can hear it.
Okay.
Okay, well, perhaps can I get you? Is there a shovel? One of you must have a shovel. Just dig your way back out.
This isn't a
Please be gone.
shovel's gonna
How do
fix
you
it
dig
kind of
up?
problem.
Yeah. How do you dig up? Do we not have? We don't have those kind of tools. Just tell us we need to get through here. Let us through. Tell us where to go, and we'll find our way out. We can't go up. There's no up. There's no ladders. There's no holes. There's nothing.
Okay, well, I do know that there's no lizards among you. Those lizard men, they're quite a pain. So I'm very glad to see that none of those. You're not hiding anyone else, are you?
There are no lizard
No.
folk here. No,
Okay.
unless
Well, you have
unless
to-
Eddie's
look.
selling a lizard folk in his cloak. I don't think we have any lizard.
I
folk.
will let you in, but you have to promise me something first, that you're going to behave and do exactly as I tell you.
I solemnly swear we will behave.
Deal.
I want to hear it from all of you.
We solemnly swear. Come on, together. We solemnly,
We solemnly
swear to
Well,
behave.
we swear.
Swear.
I promise.
That was very unconvincing.
Do you have any food?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're trying to establish some trust here. You want me to help you by letting you in? I can do this. But first, you must allow me to know who you are. Okay, so you're going to do as I tell you and behave. So when I tell you to go right, you're not going to go left. Is that...
Right, that would be
Correct.
the principle behind it.
And if I tell you there's something that you should not touch, you're not going to touch it.
Is
Fine.
there something we should not
course
touch?
not.
I kind of look over at Eddie and
I'll explain it to you when we get inside, okay? But what we're going to do is I'm going to take you to your quarters, and then I'll explain what's going on. But first, I must learn to trust you. Know this. If I get the hint that so much you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing, I'm going to melt your faces. Do you believe me?
Too late.
Well,
look at
how
Nash. It might
exactly
be
are
an
you
improvement.
going to do that?
I have the powerful means here. This is my domain. I will melt your faces.
So
We'll
is
kill you.
this your right or our right?
In fact, normally, I would have just killed you right away. As soon as I found out you're here, my job is to kill you.
Well,
But-
I appreciate you
didn't.
not melting our faces. We will be as well behaved as can be.
Good, good. So we have an understanding then, huh? An accord,
Yes.
as you might say. Very good. Okay, so just follow the light over here. And one of the panels, this light sort of... And you hear the doom door opening sound. And the door opens up and light is spilling out down the wall a bit. Please come in this way, this way. Mm-hmm.
as we're walking, I look over at Nash. Was that the voice you heard?
No. This isn't the voice. I don't know what this is. I think we should do what he says, but gnomes, don't touch anything. Because
Why
I
are you
know
looking at us?
because I know you guys how you operate. You're gonna pick some shit up, keep it, and then later you're gonna sell it on the market. We can't do that here. We need to do what he says. He says go left, we go left.
Nash, that's
No,
a
he said to
racial
go right.
stereotype, and I don't think you should do that.
Eddie puts his hand on his heart with his right hand up and goes, I swear that I will not touch anything. It's starting to turn into Stanley. I don't know what's going on. I won't touch anything. I solemnly promise.
Let me see your other hand.
They're both right. We don't have three hands.
I mean, you got one behind your back.
Are you done talking? Come on now. We don't have all day.
All right. Computer boy's got the panties in a bunch. Let's go.
Okay, come on. Follow the light. So as you
Alright.
enter into the room, you see that it looks like it's just some kind of crazy, like, it's blowing your mind. Like, you recognize what you're seeing here. You see, like, keypads and doors and, like, weird metallic paneling. And as you walk by, you see plexiglass, and you look, and there's these rooms with, like, desks and, like, weird computery devices in there. And he says, please, no looking, just go straight ahead down the hall to the elevator. And so you walk down a set of stairs and continue down a hall, and then you end up in this elevator bay. And there are 4 elevators. And then you hear a voice say, please push the down button. Do you know what a button is?
I know what a button is.
Push
Thank
the
you
down
very
button,
much.
please. Don't touch anything.
Can
wanna
I
touch
push the down
button so bad.
I look. You really want to touch those buttons, but I look at Eddie and
Can I
shit.
push it?
Turn my head like
Can I
this.
push the button?
Don't you dare touch those buttons.
You can push the down button. Do you know which one's the down button?
Yes, the down one.
Don't let Chance do it.
Great. The gnome that doesn't trust another
Fine.
gnome is
All
not
right,
a gnome.
I'm
I
gonna push
trust.
the down button.
All right, you push the down button.
Chance looks
And,
really
um,
sad.
Yeah.
And you
Cancel
see,
remember that.
like you see the elevator doors kind of like they open part way into an elevator that hasn't fully risen quite to
Is
the
this
top.
a good idea?
Please get in the elevator if you want to live. Otherwise, we can just
Well-
end this now.
Wanting to live is why I have concerns about getting in your elevator. Shoddy at best.
I think
I'll give you 10 seconds to comply.
It didn't come down all the way.
Well, perhaps you can help me with that later.
later.
Deal? It's
I
fine.
fix things.
Wait, hold on. How later? You want us in the elevator now? We have to fix it now.
We don't have time for this. I want you in the elevator. I'd like to get to know you in a safe environment. And you'd like perhaps some food? I can arrange for food for you.
Like, how far up is it? Do we need a boost to get in?
I know it's just down a little bit. Like you can get in quite easily.
Oh, it's below.
It's just the doors aren't open the whole way, and it's down. Like you're gonna step like a half a foot down. Into the
Okay.
elevator.
All right, Stanley, you grab. Can we grab doors and
Yeah,
try
hop on
to pry him? Maybe that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
squeeze in.
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys can all fit in. Okay.
Okay, we're in.
It doesn't look safe.
All right.
All right. So you all get in the elevator.
I'm gonna get in the elevator. The DM just said doesn't look safe. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, did anyone check for traps? Crap.
You all get in the elevator. Each time someone gets in, it sort of lurches down a bit. It feels very unsafe.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear the disembodied voice coming in, sounding like kind of in a radio now in the elevator. It's like, please press the button that says B7. The B7 button, please.
All right, I'm going to push the B7 button.
I rush over and try to push it before Stanley does.
Okay, let's do a sleight of hand contest.
17.
18.
Oh my gosh!
I want to push a
nice.
button so bad.
Both your fingers go super close to the button, but then Stanley slaps yours and pushes the button quicker than you can push it.
I'm sorry, Chance, but Eddie says you're not to be trusted with buttons.
And so the doors come to a close, and the elevator, it's like going down, but also ricketing. It's very safe. You travel down for about 5 minutes in this elevator. You don't see anything. It's all closed off. And then once it gets to the bottom, you hear a and the elevator door opens up into blackness. And then lights start to light up the sides. And it lights up a passageway to the left. And it doesn't... You notice there's a passageway to the right, but it doesn't light that way.
Okay. All right, computer. Computer. Echo. Which way? Left or right? And is it our right or your right?
Please follow the lights. I'm not a computer, by the way. Quit calling me that.
Do you have a name?
My name is Leopold.
All right, Leopold. Give us
Hi,
a
I'm
moment.
Trans.
We will have this conversation in the safe crew quarters. Let's not have it here, okay? Please continue down the hallway. Don't go down the other way.
The way that it isn't lit.
Then what's everyone's? Who has the highest passive perception here?
Mine's 14.
Yeah.
14.
You both have 14? Yeah.
Everyone has 14. I'm looking at it pretty much
Okay.
except for Nash. The Stanley and Chance and Eddie, you hear this faint sound.
Like a dog?
You hear it faintly coming down the direction that's not lit up. Then you hear scratching.
Wow.
Is there a dog down here with us?
What is with the holdup? Please make your way down the illuminated passage.
Oh,
Oh, dog.
I'm gonna sneak to the dark passage.
Okay.
I'm gonna go that way.
I'm standing, I think, probably in front of everybody, so I don't know if I would notice that.
Plus he's little. Or yeah.
I think I might.
Are you moving into stealth, Eddie? Is that?
Yes.
Are you moving into stealth from the rest of your party?
Possibly.
Okay. Roll a stealth check.
5 plus 4.
So 9.
Yeah.
9.
So you move into the darkness. The rest of the party is aware of it. They see you slinking off, or they can feel you moving in that direction. And you're now in the dark part of the hall. Keep in mind that Chance and Stanley can see you in the dark with their dark vision, so it doesn't exactly cover you from their sight.
I whisper to
say-
Stanley, and you didn't want me to push a button.
So you start making your way down the hall. I don't know if
I'm
the wrong
pretending like if I sensed it, because I'm imagining she's probably behind, or he's probably behind me. You said I probably sensed it, but I'm gonna pretend like I didn't and just keep going.
All right. So you're continuing down the light passage. Nash and Chance, what are you doing?
I'm following Stanley.
Yeah, I figure I'm going to be enamored with all the tech, so
Yeah.
I'll follow.
And so does that mean Eddie's off on his own?
Well, Eddie, you move down the hallway, but so you guys start moving the right way.
Okay.
And no one in the party seems to care that you've split off. And you start making your way down the hallway. Are you continuing down this direction, or are you just hanging out?
I'm gonna continue down this hallway. I'm gonna see
Okay.
where this road leads.
So you make your way down the hall, and it turns a corner to the left. Now, there's a few doors here and there, but you try them as you go just to sort of see, but there's no door handles in this place. Everything seems to be locked with, like, these weird screens and keypads. So you can't really open any of the doors that you come across. You come across about 3 of them. But eventually the passage leads left.
Okay.
Okay. Being aware that Eddie has split away and does not look like he's going to continue to follow us, I am going to take another step down the light passage, hobble, and fall to one knee, and just go, "Damn it, I've twisted my ankle. God, that hurts."
Mm.
You yell that, and you get the attention of what the voice that's been speaking to you.
Leopold,
What
your
is-
light...
What
Your-
is the holdup? You need to
your-
get into safety, please. And we have food for you. Wait,
What do you mean safety? Are we not safe right now?
there is much about this place that will be explained to you shortly. You promised you'd do what I tell you. Is everyone there?
Well, I'm trying, but your darn hallway was not well lit, and I have twisted my ankle, and I'm dealing with it, but I just want you to know it seems treacherous.
Let's do a deception check on the...
Is he deceiving you?
19.
You hear sort of an exasperated sigh. It says, "Look, I know that you're lying to me for some devilish purpose, and we had an agreement that you would not be up to any kind of trickery.
I'm not up to trickery.
I'm just about to lose my patience. I've had enough of this. I don't trust any of you, and now you're in here.
All
Please
right.
get to the crew quarters."
Look, I'm standing up. We're going. It's fine. It's fine.
Let me take a look at your ankle.
Can he look at my ankle and just see if this is
Just
okay?
do that down the hall. You can go. You can go. Eddie, you better make the best of this time, because it's your time not being caught is very short.
Okay,
All
I'm
right.
gonna do the best I can to brace Stanley and make it look like I'm trying to help him walk,
Sure.
even though I'm tiny.
Yeah. So back to Eddie. You're at the corner. The passage goes left. You're in complete darkness.
All right, I want to do a
but you can see.
perception check.
Okay.
By the way, while you're doing that,
Correct?
For what? Like, what are you looking
Yeah,
for?
what are you
to
looking
do?
for?
Anything out of the ordinary, or what seems to be the ordinary? D20, correct?
Mm-hmm.
18 plus. Oh gosh, is my perception is +4? So
Okay.
20.
So you just sort of peer around to see,
22.
see if there's something that you're not, see if there's something you're not seeing. There really isn't anything out there. There's a couple of, offices. What's really intensely curious to you was what's around the corner to the left, and so you take a peek down there, and you see that the hallway there ends in another room, and that there's a plexiglass window on the door, and you hear louder scratches.
All right, I would like to peer into the window. Am I tall enough?
Are you just walking down the hall, or is there anything about your approach that I should know?
I'm very close to one of the walls, to the left wall. Very sneaky.
Okay. So roll a stealth check, please.
15?
Okay. So you make your way down the hallway. It's about 120 feet of clearance. You hear Leopold and Stanley yelling at each other, and you make your way to the door, and you sort of peer into the plexiglass, and you can see that inside there are several shapes moving, and it's a bizarre shape that takes you a minute to look at this. Now keep in mind you're 3 feet, so you're on the ledge, and you've pulled yourself up. You don't have, your feet are dangling off the ground, and you're like, and you see
it's a good look.
what you see is that you see an 8-legged dog, and you see it kind of like I can know something's up, and it hasn't spotted you in the window, but its 8 legs are like walking around, it's pacing, and it's like it smells something, and then you see another one in the back, and then you see some more 8-legged dogs like sleeping in the corner, and it's this large sort of kennel room. It has these like kennels in it, but they're all open and the dogs are around, and you see like little bits of this green like substance that looks like it just looks weird. There's this green these piles of green substance around also in the room. There's about 8 dogs in here by your count that you can see.
8 dogs, and they have 8 legs each?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
64 legs.
Jeez. Stan, by the way, this whole time, Eddie, I'll give you a chance to respond to this, but I'm back there going, I can't see shit. What are you guys doing? Is this real? Stanley, what are you doing?
So your passage is illuminated.
Yeah, you can see fine.
Yeah,
So
but I don't know why they're
wasn't
faking it. Like, I'm not in on the story.
No, you saw me twist my ankle.
Yeah, it looked like you really hurt yourself, but now I'm not sure because you guys are being real fishy about it.
I'm fine. Look, all right, Leopold, we are moving. I'm getting help from our gnomish friend. He's helping me down the hallway. We are making progress, and we should probably get moving quickly.
Oh, I get it. All right. It finally dawns on me, the human with no farsight, and kind of, I'm one-eyed anyway. It finally settles in. Oh, this is some kind of ruse, and I should shut up. All right, I'm good. I'm good.
All right, so I'm going to
So
start
Eddie,
hobbling
that's your last
forward.
call for the train to be heading out. I don't know if that's
Yeah, I'm
see the
gonna
dog.
back out of this dark hallway, I think, if I can.
Okay.
Come tell us what's going on.
All right, so you continue on down the illuminated passage. It turns left, and as you walk down now on the left, the 3 of you see there's a big plexiglass window. You see this strange room full of these like strange contraptions, devices, like they look like big things with like metal thing and like a cylinder and like a little tip on it. Like you can't even imagine what these things are for. Just these crazy devices. But what catches your attention is that in one of these rooms, and you can see this with your dark vision, is there's this glass, looks like a glass chamber that's mounted up. And in this glass chamber, I shit you not, there are 2 pieces of metal seemingly floating in suspended air inside this chamber.
Whoa.
And you just look at that and you're like, huh, you've never seen. One of them is like a golden rod that's just sort of floating, and next to it is like a large spike, about 4. Let's say 4.
These are just
4
floating
feet,
floating independently.
and they're just floating in the chamber, and there's no water or anything in it. They're just floating in there.
Okay.
And Eddie, as you catch up, you also notice this as well.
Right.
You can see it in the plexiglass.
Are we all seeing
All
this
right.
then? We're all seeing this.
We're all seeing the floating metal.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
in the room.
All right.
And you hear a voice say, "Don't pay any attention as to what's in the rooms. You really shouldn't be looking at it." And then a wall comes down. So it comes down and blocks your view like a piece of. It's not a curtain, but it's like a flat piece of plastic. Closes the view inside the window. Please make your way into here, and you see down the hallway. There's a door opens up, and it's off to the right, and you're going there.
All right, I'm going to continue to hobble my way over there.
Yep, I'm gonna help my Stanley friend walk.
All right, so as you walk in, you turn the corner, you see what looks to be like a large, what would be like a guard barracks or something like that. There's these tables there. You see bunks in the back. Notably, you see skeletons sitting at some of the tables. One of them in the bed. Just these like corpses that are not moving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're not.
We have a history. We
Yeah. Yeah, we have.
So you see these skeletons sitting there. You see like there's like a kitchen counter. You see like what looks to be like a monitor screen on one side that's just not functional. There's a doorway at the back of the room, and for all intents and purposes, it looks like a crew quarter. Now the lights in the room come up, so you can see the room very clearly. And behind you, the door closes.
and we're in the room with all the skeletons and stuff.
Yeah, there's about 9 or 10 skeletons.
Well, I'm gonna nudge Chance, and in Gnomish, because we both speak Gnomish, describe to him the dog room.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm gonna go. Hold on a second. No talking gibberish while we're in charge. You can't just do that. What? Say it in English or the common tongue or whatever the hell we're calling
Nash,
it. What?
settle down.
Damn it, Stanley.
So you see the screen that's in the room start to light up and turns blue. And then eventually you see like all these like lines of code pop up, and then the screen turns on and you see this like British looking fellow. He's wearing suit. He's got like a tie on and he's got like cufflinks. It looks kind of James Bondish almost. He's like,
Is he human?
over here. Hello. Yeah, human in appearance.
The hologram?
Hello. Well, there's a guy on the television.
Oh, okay, it's on screen. Okay.
Hello, over here on the screen. It's me. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you,
yeah,
Leopold. I
good.
thought you were going to say more.
I hold out my hand
Everyone's
to
attention.
shake and say, Edison Manchester III at your service.
You can see that I can't shake your hand, right? You know, you're smart enough to know this.
They're gnomes.
I take
Give 'em
Eddie's
a break.
hand and shake it.
Yeah.
It's
I yank it away.
You know, I hope you aren't savages, because really, you guys aren't off to a good start.
Define
This
savage.
gnome here was sneaking where he shouldn't have been.
I
don't
was
think I
not.
didn't notice. Not you, the other gnome. I saw it. Don't think I can't see everything that goes on in here. I saw you. Admit it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Damn
You
it.
do. You went in the direction that was not illuminated, even though you solemnly promised not to do everything I asked of you.
I did not. I was with them when Stanley broke his leg and all the
Well,
other stuff happened.
If you can't be honest with me, I'm just going to melt your faces. You see the skeletons in here?
I do, and I must say, I question your hospitality putting us in a room full of skeletons.
This isn't hospitality. Let me explain something to you if it isn't painfully obvious to your hillbilly mind. You are in a government black site. This place, as far as you're concerned, doesn't exist. And in the past, if I found you here, you were dead. But I am going to provide you with a unique opportunity to live. But if you would prefer to be killed, I can do it!
Which government?
The government of Earth. Perhaps you've heard of it.
Wait.
Probably not. Whatever's going on up there now, I do not know. But I do know this place is protected by the United Earth Defense Force. It is a government black site, and you're not supposed to be here. And I cannot allow you to leave.
He doesn't know. The world has changed, disembodied computer man.
Oh, I'm sure that it has, but it has not changed the fact that what is in here is quite dangerous. And no matter what is going on outside, you can't be allowed to leave. Now, I can try my best to offer you a life to live out here, but you'll have to stay. I can't allow you to.
I glance at-
Otherwise, I can just kill you and get it over.
I glance at Stanley, I look over at Eddie, and I say, "What did you see?" Cough.
Tell him in Gnomish. Tell him in Gnomish.
I'm gonna say in Gnomish. the thing about the dogs that I already told Chance.
Stanley, we hooked up
So-
with the wrong tiny people. This is some horse shit.
Now, look, we're in a bit of a predicament. Now, Leopold, I respect that you are, I'm guessing, the warden, so to speak, of this place.
I am responsible for running the facility here, yes, and overseeing its security in tandem with its security forces, which there aren't much of, so it's just me now left. But yes, I am
What does
That is my duty.
responsible mean?
responsible. Responsible!
I think he might be broken.
Look, I can appreciate what you're trying to do, but the truth is we have no desire to let anything that you're in charge of out. We just want to get back up to the surface.
That's not an option. I don't know if you heard me when I said that this was a top secret facility and that normally I'd have turned you into Brachwurst.
Can you tell us why we're not allowed to leave?
I told you this is a secret facility that no one can know about.
Well, I
And
got bad
look, if
news for you, Leopold. There's nobody to tell.
There are quite a few people to tell. Imagine you go back up to the surface and tell people of your adventure, and someone hears it who's like, "Ooh, I want to see what's down there." And the next thing you know, all of the monsters and terror that are locked away in here are out there.
What makes you think?
So unfortunately for you, you found a place where you can't come out of. Your life is not worth more than the fate of the planet.
So are you expecting us to just live out the rest of our days in this room?
Well, that's option one. Option two is I just kill you.
I mean, I'm a little offended that you didn't clean it up a bit. You're wanting us to settle in here and you've got bodies all over the place. It's hardly hygienic.
Unfortunately, you're not the first people that have happened upon this place. So some of what you're seeing in there are other people that were here and who've passed as years goes on.
Is there
How
any way?
long has
Is there
it
any way?
been
Some of them-
since you've been down here?
Some of them I've had to kill.
Is there any way to do you kind of check against your whether you're trying to deceive us or not? Because you're just a screen with a dude on it. I don't know that you're that threatening yet. And I'll even tell
I mean,
this
you
to
can do an
Stanley.
insight check to see if I'm.
I do want to do that. I think we're getting Wizard of Oz here a little bit. So I'm going to do that. Hold on.
While he's doing that, I'm going to do a perception to see if I can find any
Okay,
way that...
let him do his thing first.
So 17 is my roll. Plus, I have a +1 on modifier.
Find out if he's lying. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you sort of try to get a read on his body language.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, he's a guy on a screen, but you kind of get a sense that. I mean, you just kind of get a sense that this person is used to having power over his domain, and is exercising that, and so could very likely not be telling you everything because he doesn't have to.
Because my assumption is that you're a permanent fixture here. You're a guardian of sorts, and you're sort of the keeper, the gatekeeper, and the sort of butler of the joint. So anything happens, you sort of come on like a security system in a way. You're not really alive, or else you wouldn't have known these old dead skeletons. You'd be dead yourself. You still think this is Earth Defense Force and that we're in a different time. You don't know about the devastation on the surface. So this is all just in my head. So I don't think you're a real dude is what I'm getting at. And I turn to Stanley, and so this is your chance to do whatever you're going to do, but I turn to you and go, I don't think he's real. I'm not sure this is as dangerous as he says. If there's defense systems here, we should have seen them by now.
Well, I'm going to spare Bo having to think about my roll. I didn't see anything. I rolled that perception check, and I am using a different dice for the remainder of the day now. Now, Leopold, you did say we have some very hungry people here. We have some people who were trapped in that cave for quite some time. When can we expect some food to be delivered?
Well, as soon as we can come to an understanding about what's going to be happening for the future, then I'd be happy to nourish you. Now, I'm going to be honest. The food is not good by anyone's standards or feedback they've given, but it will keep you alive, but it won't be a reason for living. Just a little heads up about that, I suppose.
Mm.
But it is made from repurposed genetic material into the essential proteins and carbohydrates that you'll need, fats. But it will not be tasty.
Does it
Perhaps in a day or two. I haven't had the facility up and running, so there'll be some troubleshooting to make sure we can get you some food. Perhaps, do you have anything to snack on for the next couple of days until I can get this up and running for you?
No.
It's going to take a couple of days.
I love how sad
I
Chance's
don't
no
have
is.
guests here every day. In fact, the last one was several hundreds of years ago. So
Well, what do you eat?
what do I eat? That's
Can't
a
you share?
personal question. I eat the same thing as everyone else down here.
So then send some of that.
That's what I'll be sending.
Hold
But
on, is this lab? Is it lab meat? I ain't eating no. I'll eat lab meat, but I'm not eating people meat.
It's
we're-
not lab meat, okay? It's made from. It's. Don't concern yourself with what it's made from.
Stanley's trying to get us to eat people, dude. He's getting us to eat people. I'm not eating people.
It's not people, okay? It's made from repurposed feces, if you must know.
We're eating people poo. I'm not doing it. There's no way in hell. I'll subsist on a tumor leak. I'm not doing this. There's no way.
Oh.
That is, of course, your prerogative. The only thing that matters to me is that you cannot leave. The secrets of this place cannot be revealed, and I don't trust you. You haven't given me much reason to trust you. So, I'm not a killer. So I will do what I can to keep you fed and give you something of a life down here.
So you're just killing us slowly then.
You killed yourselves the moment you fell down that hole. I'm very sorry to tell you.
I thought we killed ourselves when the gnome went over there and looked in a place he wasn't supposed to. Damn it.
There's a certain gesture I would like to send Nash's way.
Okay.
But,
And I look at Nash. I did what now?
What's the gesture?
Yeah, what is it?
gesture?
It's a secret gesture that only Nash sees.
That only I see?
Message him in Slack or something.
Yeah,
tell
I'll
him.
message him.
You can put it in the Discord too if you want, or wherever you want. It's up to you.
All right.
Anyway.
All right. What I'd like to do right now, because we're at the halfway point, is just take a little fiver.
Yeah,
And
we
also
the break
turn the
time.
lights on
Yeah.
because it's that's why everything was wrong. I turned no lights on, and now the sun's going down, and it's just black and.
But
like
slowly
for audio
enter the realm of
listeners-
shadows.
For audio listeners, it's just black on my camera screen right
It's
now.
very
so
ominous.
Yeah, I like it.
It's not a good break point, but I want to turn a light on and take 5. So
All right, no worries. Let's do that, everybody. We're going to take a quick break. The listeners, chat room. A quick reminder too: if you are looking for the map of the area we're in, if you're looking for other details, character sheets of the usual 4 of us, some art and stuff. I forgot to mention at the top of the show. You can do that live while we're doing this over at therewillbedungeons.com. There's a link off to that information, so go check that out and have that ready when we come back. We'll take a quick fiber. We'll be right back. Okay. We're back.
Almost.